Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 267 of our trek, and yesterday we explored the 7 activities which we should all incorporate into our lives. Today we are going to discover 9 lessons learned from hiking the mountains. If you do miss any of the days of the Wisdom Trek episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal. We are recording our podcast from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. On Sunday, we went to church and had dinner afterwards with my dad in Cambridge, Ohio. It is always great to spend time with him worshiping God and visiting. It was extra special for Dad this time since we had Kip with us. It is a blessing for all of us that the great-grandchildren are able to know and spend time with Dad. I was also able to do some final cleaning of the wordwork in the library in preparation of coating it with polyurethane. It will certainly look great when it is all finished. As with these experiences, each day of life gives us an opportunity to learn if we are receptive to its lessons. As we head out on our trail for today, on the trek up the mountain of life, we will learn 9 lessons from the mountains. Let's imagine in our minds that we have just arrived in Seattle, Washington in preparation for an expedition of mountain climbing. Set behind the Seattle skyline, standing elegantly at 14,411 feet is Mount Rainier, which can humble even the most experienced climbers. Our guide for the expedition has promised us an unforgettable adventure on Mount Rainier. We first hiked to Camp Muir, the main base camp at 10,080 feet. From there, we start the difficult part of the hike to the summit of Mount Rainier. The lessons from this experience are extremely relevant to our everyday life. Here are several key takeaways that we can learn from this hike. The first one is, preparation can mean life or death. If you were to actually take this trek, your journey would start long before your boots hit the dirt, with careful consideration of every foreseeable scenario. As with your life plan, you want to have a plan for the various scenarios that you might encounter in life. Don't just plan for the best case scenario, plan for everything that could go wrong also. The moment you're forced into survival situations, whether it's financial, health, relationship, or others, it is not the right time to start developing a plan to get through it. The second lesson you can learn is to pace yourself. With all the adrenaline and excitement of hitting the trailhead, it is common for hikers to push too hard at the beginning and burn out during the climb. As you go through life, you need to keep your emotions in check, pace yourself, and maintain a steady pace. This will allow you to conserve emotional, financial, and spiritual resources that you will need to tackle the difficult terrains of life as you do encounter them, which you will. The third lesson we can learn is to just keep moving. There will be times in mountain climbing and in life that it doesn't seem worth it. No one said it would be easy. Remember that momentum is important. When you stop on the mountain above snow level, it doesn't take long for the cold to set in. In the same manner, stopping too long when life difficulties set in can make it very difficult to start again. When you're tired, just put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. The fourth lesson that we can learn is to take care of yourself. You will not be able to reach your end goal if you do not take care of yourself properly. The rule of the mountain is that if you become thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Treat the dehydration in life by not letting it happen in the first place. Take care of yourself and make sure you take time to replenish. You do this through the times of rest and relaxation along the way on your trek of life. The fifth lesson we can learn is that everything looks closer than it really is. I am told that you get the real sense of just how big Mount Rainier is as you are approaching Camp Muir. As you reach the final snowfield and the base camp comes into sight, it looks like you're just minutes away from relief. But anyone who's made this camp can attest that it's just an illusion. From the first sight, the base camp is still at least an hour away. In the same manner, don't underestimate the magnitude of life goals and how long it will take you to get there. Everything takes longer and costs more than you'd expect. Be prepared spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and financially. The sixth lesson we can learn is don't underestimate the little things. Surprisingly, of the 400-plus fatalities reported on Mount Rainier, only about a quarter of those deaths occurred near the summit. Most fatalities and injury occur in seemingly safe terrain well below base camp. In the same manner, pay attention to the little things of life and business as they are more dangerous than you might realize. Stay alert and be prepared for unforeseen changes. They will arise because that's what life is made of. The least you can do is to avoid being surprised when they do occur. The seventh lesson that we can learn today from mountain climbing is to let others help you. While climbing may not seem like a team sport, it is. It is the same way with any pursuit in life. I have to admit that it is not in my nature to let other people take care of me. But when you are at the end of your strength, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, you do need the help of others on this trek of life. Most of us tend to be self-sufficient, but there are times where you will need help, and you should ask for it and be willing to accept it. The 8th lesson today is to create milestones and reevaluate your path. Setting milestones and checkpoints allow you to reassess the situations and revise your plan through the different seasons of life. Your destination probably will not change, but your trail can be modified based on your current situation and what you have learned and experienced from the previous segment of your journey. And the 9th and final lesson that we can learn from mountain climbing is to trust yourself with cautious optimism. Life's journey and the path is not always clear. Many times we can only see a few feet in front of us. But don't overanalyze every situation. Overthinking will usually cause more harm than any benefits. You need to have the faith that there is a solid path forward. Have enough confidence in God and yourself to know that you can handle any terrain that is in front of you, and be cautious enough that you can quickly turn or stop should an obstacle arise. When you push hard to reach certain plateaus of life, you may find yourself exhausted spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally. You may even wonder at times why you put yourself through the rough terrains of life. As you reflect on the results and its rewards, though, it won't be long before you're making more plans for your future. You really do have to know the why of your purpose in life and love for the legacy that you wish to live each day. It is then that your trek can become worthwhile, regardless on how rough the terrains of life will become. Not everyone will pursue their purpose in life with such determination. Some have no interest, others just lack discipline. But the best views of life are the hardest to get to, and I truly believe that is by design. Most people will never experience them. It's up to you to decide whether your view or your purpose and impact that you can make on others is worth making the climb. As it tells us in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, so let us not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap the harvest of blessing if we don't give up. On our trek today, we did discover the 9 lessons that we can learn from the mountains. Tomorrow we will continue to learn the valuable lessons for our trek of life. So encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our podcast for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, please share Wisdom Trek with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person so that they can come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek can be found at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.